Now we head to Cleveland, Ohio, to the Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court for the sentencing of convicted serial killer Michael Madison. Madison's been convicted on 3 counts of aggravated murder for the killing and mutilation of 3 young women in Ohio. As part of the hearing, Van Terry, the father of one of Madison's victims, steps up to the podium to make a victim impact statement. Mr. Terry's now just a few feet away from the man who so brutally took the life of his daughter, Sherelda.
Right now, I guess we're supposed to, in our hearts, forgive this clown who's touched our families, taken my child.
He's looking directly at Madison. Van Terry is released without charges. A short time later, County Judge Nancy McDonnell hands down Madison's sentence. Michael Madison is sentenced to death and will now live on Ohio's death row. Next, we head to the S. James Foxman Justice Center in Daytona Beach, Florida.
We are ready to go forward on the Keandria Cook, Judge.
All right, Ms. Cook, come on up.
The woman being sworn in is 18-year-old Keandria Cook. Cook's in court today to receive a sentence for using a dating app to set up a robbery that ended with another teen being shot. The teen survived. Cook has accepted a plea deal that will drop a conspiracy charge, which carried a maximum penalty of life in prison. But counts of carjacking, attempted carjacking with a deadly weapon, and felony battery are still in play.
I just want to say to you, I ask for forgiveness for I get a chance so I can get out and finish school. And I can put my mama proud because I'm going to be her first child to bring home a high school diploma. And I just want to make my mama proud. That's it.
Cook now prepares to hear her sentence as her loved ones look on.
Ms. Cook, you're before the court for sentencing. A couple of things going in your favor. One, you didn't hold a firearm during these episodes. The second is that the victim luckily survived. That being said, this was intentional. It was an orchestrated ambush, and you are a main part of that. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and adjudicate you guilty of all 3 charges, sentence you to 20 years in state prison. Concurrent as to the first 2 counts.
The crying you hear is coming from Cook's mother. The sentence much more severe than they expected.
Charges. All fines and costs.
It turns out that Cook and her mother's reactions were so intense because they believed the plea deal meant no prison time. Judge Foxman allows her to enter a new plea deal, citing miscommunication between Cook and the assistant public defender. As a result of that new deal, Cook's sentence is reduced to 11 years in prison. We now head to the Nesbitt Courthouse in Anchorage, Alaska, where this man...
If you want to arrest me and drag me off, that's the only way I'm leaving.
David Haig came to court looking for justice, but instead the judge ordered a new hearing to be held at a later date, and he's not having it.
If this court didn't do right the first time, it sure can't now. That they had screwed me out of a plea deal, that the state had falsified evidence, and now they're lying about everything to cover it all up, and that's just the beginning of it. That's right.
The game pilot and tour guide is seeking to clear his name in a decades-old conviction, accusing him of killing wolves illegally while working with the state predator control program. He claims the state doctored maps to make it seem as if he'd gone rogue, and that state officials, who were trying to save face when confronted with a public relations nightmare, falsified the boundaries of the map to frame him.
The map! Wrong. The map! before trial, and there's a recording of the prosecutor and trooper talking about falsifying it before trial.
Mr.
They're going in and falsifying the map that they convicted me with by altering the lines on it to make it corruptly seem I was shooting wolves in my guide area. That's felony tampering with evidence, and because a trooper, an Alaska State trooper, was doing it with a prosecutor, it's a conspiracy.
The courtroom's closed.
And they used it at trial knowing it was false. That is another felony.
To the judge.
And I'm putting my foot down because somebody has to.
I'm sorry, I have other...
So,
Bullcrap.
Well, you're gonna have
This
to...
one's more important. There's no more hearings here. All right.
No, no.
Sorry, Mr. Haig. Sorry, so sorry that our court system is so corrupt that they would do this to you.
Haig is charged with disorderly conduct for violating an order to leave a courtroom.
Travesty!
His wife needs to get...
All you.
Haig's attempt to clear his name continues. Thanks for being a fan of CourtCam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch full episodes on aetv.com.